Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today's reaction is going to be Kaisa. Now, everybody, we do know a tiny bit about Kaisa. Not very much, though, to be honest. We know a little bit about her just from reacting to Belveth, and then we've seen her in our most recent Ezreal reaction that we just did. And just, I guess, KDA a little bit, I guess, as well. But that's honestly kind of my extension of what I know about Kaisa. I've seen her in the, what is it? Is it the Awaken cinematic, or is it the Warrior cinematic? One of those? I think it's the Awaken cinematic. And things like that. So that's honestly really all I know about Kaisa. Okay, and of course, like my usual videos, we're going to be starting off with her story and biography, and then we're going to dive into, like her gameplay, as well as any trailers that she's going to be in, and then we're going to check out the skins, of course, and then like the fandom wiki, and then we're going to do voice lines and interactions, and I'll see if she has any Legends of Runeterra interactions. I don't know if she does, because I know not every character is in Legends of Runeterra just yet, but it'll be cool to see those later. All right, everybody, we're going to start off with the Kaisa story and biography. So we have Kaisa, daughter of the Void. Quote says, "My appearance may frighten you, but make no mistake, I am on your side and we fight to the bitter end." Yeah, so we know she's like Void related. We don't fully know the story. We're going to find out. But yeah, like her form here is kind of scary looking, right? And then the only human part of her is like the top part here, to be honest. And then I know she does have like a mask that comes down or like forms over her head that makes her a little bit scarier. All right, so it says, claimed by the Void when she was only a child, Kaisa managed to survive through sheer tenacity and strength of will. Her experiences have made her a deadly hunter and to some the harbinger of a future that would rather not live to see. Having entered into an uneasy symbiosis with a living Void carapace, the time will soon come when she must decide whether to forgive those mortals who would call her a monster and defeat the coming darkness together, or simply to forget as the Void consumes the world that left her behind. Well, we already know she's kind of from like trailers and stuff. She's clearly decided to forgive mortals that call her a monster and kind of like defeat the coming darkness together. She's been obviously like trying to fight the darkness. It seems like every video she's in, she's fighting some sort of like darkness with people, with the good guys, right? So related champions, we only have Malzahar, which we briefly heard about with, I think, Belveth's reaction. Role is marksman and the region is the Void. I want to know how we get to her, like how she becomes who she is. So let's go ahead and dive into the biography. This is where we're going to get mostly the meat and bones of her story. Hopefully sometimes we get some of it from the fandom wiki, because it like all comes together and people write it up and make it a little bit more straightforward. Sometimes the biography doesn't give us enough, but hopefully we will get enough in this. Perhaps the most remarkable thing about the fearless hunter of the Void known as Kaisa is how unremarkably her life began. Wow, okay. She did not descend from tribal warriors hardened by generations of battle, nor was she summoned from distant lands to fight the unknowable menace lurking beneath Shurima. Rather, she was just an ordinary girl born to loving parents who called the unforgiving southern deserts their home. This was where she would spend her days playing with friends and her nights dreaming about her place in the world. Okay, I like these kinds of stories though, right? Where it's just an ordinary person. There's nothing remarkable about the person. But it kind of like with these stories, yeah, it's been done before, but with these kinds of stories, it shows that an ordinary person can do remarkable things, right? And maybe that's what we're going to get with her story. In her 10th summer, the young girl Kaisa's destiny would be changed forever. Had she been older, she might have noticed more of the unusual events that had begun to unfold in the villages. Right, because she's a child, she doesn't really care, right? You're oblivious to that kind of stuff. Every day, her mother urged her to stay home, for fear of strangers wandering the land, demanding tribute to dark powers below. Kaisa and her friends did not believe it until one evening they came upon a pen of sacrificial goats bought from nomad herdsmen. Using the knife her father had given her on her 8th birthday, she cut her tethers and set the animals free into a nearby canyon. It seemed like a harmless prank until the unthinkable happened. The ground began to quake, flashes of light scorched the sky, and the children ran for their lives. The Void had been awakened. A great rift split the bedrock, swallowing up Kaisa's village and everyone in it, leaving nothing behind but sand pierced with twisted columns as black as night. Really, did all that happen because of the letting the goats out? Did that really happen? Okay. Kaisa regained consciousness to find herself trapped underground. She was filled with crippling fear, but there was still hope. She could hear the faint cries of other survivors. They called out to each other feebly, repeating their names only one by one like a mantra. Sadly, by the 3rd day, hers was the only voice left. Her friends and her family were all gone. She was alone in the darkness. It was only when all seemed lost that she saw the light. She followed it down. Yeah, I don't think light is supposed to be down, by the way. Along the way, she found meager sustenance. Amid the debris left by the collapse were ragged water skins, rotting peaches, anything to keep starvation at bay. But eventually, Kaisa's hunger was replaced by fear once again. She found herself in a vast cavern illuminated by an otherworldly purplish glow, and she could see she was no longer alone. Okay, so she found like a void portal or something. Skittering creatures swarmed in the depths. The first that came for Kaisa was no bigger than her, and she clutched her knife in both hands, ready to defend herself. The voidling horror knocked her to the ground, but she drove the blade into its pulsing heart, and the two of them tumbled deeper into the abyss. The creature was seemingly dead, but its unnatural skin had taken hold upon the flesh of her arm. The dark shell tingled, but was hard as steel to the touch. In a panic, Kaisa broke her knife, trying to remove it, but when the larger beast came, she used it as a shield to make her escape. Oh, wow. Okay. So she kills like a little voidling, but it like had taken hold upon the flesh of her arm after she killed it. Interesting. Soon enough, she realized the shell was becoming part of her as her daily struggle to survive drew out into years. The second skin grew with her, and so too did her resolve. So it started off on the arm, but then as she got older, it started to grow on her body. Okay. Now she had more than hope. She had a plan. Fight hard, stay alive, find a way back. She was transformed from frightened girl to fearless survivor, from prey to predator. For almost a decade, she has lived between two worlds in an attempt to keep them apart. The void hungers consume not only the scattered villages of Shurima, but the whole of Runeterra. She will not allow that to happen. Though she has slain countless void constructs, she understands that many of the people she protects would see her as a monster herself. Indeed, her name has begun to pass into legend, an echo of the ancient horrors of doomed Icathia. No longer Kaisa, but Kaisa. Okay, well, yeah, you say it the same way, but interesting. Okay, so this was a very short biography, but it got to the point. So it got to the point of, so her village gets consumed by all of her friends and family, consumed by the void. That's an easy enough revenge story, right? You want to destroy, or you want to kill the void for doing this to you and killing your friends and family. She ends up killing one. It like sticks to her arm, I guess, and then just starts growing with her as she becomes an adult. And then obviously, like, whenever people always fear, you know what I mean? Like, people always fear something they don't understand. And so obviously people fear Kaisa because they don't understand how this human girl who looks human but also looks like a void person or whatever is, you know what I mean? So it's a common thing that happens. People don't understand something and then they fear it. So it's a very simple story to read and understand, but I think it's a good story. So let's go ahead and move on to the girl who came back is what the story's called here. Listen to me. I tell the little girl who found me here beside the pit, I need you to hear me. There isn't much time. She leans forward without a hint of fear in her eyes. Tell me what to do. I like her. A slight smile breaks across my face for the first time in what seems like forever. Not this, I say, gesturing to the arrow gripped in her hand. She holds it like a spear. I was only a child when the void took me from my family, so I didn't know any better either. But the rest of them, they were so careless. Sacrifices, offerings, tributes, whatever you want to call them, they were never going to work. It isn't some god appeased by gifts and prayers. It just wants to devour everything. Okay, so this is Kaisa as an adult talking to a little girl that I think wants to fight, or a little girl that's trying to give gifts to the void, because I think they're thinking the void is some god or something that you need to give gifts to. Okay, you want to kill it? You want to destroy it? I ask her. She nods. Then starve it. Well, I like this. I like the italicized here. That starve it. Okay. The sensation of needles on my flesh grows stronger, as if in response to these words. The threatening presence is closing in around us, and my second skin constricts, pulling taut as a bow. I take one last deep breath before they come. The sand begins to shift, puckering and falling away like an hourglass. Eerie pulses of light filter into the sky as the construct creatures heave themselves up into the Shuriman night, screeching and drooling. I steady myself, charging the energy inside my shoulder pods. Yes, we've seen the shoulder pods in the videos. Those things are really cool. I grit my teeth and release it. Bright blooms of heat and pain find their targets quickly, raining down, stopping the creatures in their tracks, flinging them aside. The air is filled with an acid reek and the hiss of melting chitin. Soon there is nothing left of them. I wait for the needle's itch to stop, but it doesn't. The girl is crouched beside me, ready. She probably cannot understand what she is seeing. Does it hurt? She whispers, her hand reaching out for the glowing scales on my arm. I pull back reflexively. She doesn't even flinch. Sometimes, I confess. Not too far away, her village sleeps on, unaware for the most part. Curiosity had no doubt gotten the better of this little girl. So many stories, fables both frightening and fantastical. The voidling beasts hunting in the dead of night, calling to one another. So my guess now is in her pursuit of wanting to, destroy the void. She is also like, right now, she is providing protection for a Shuriman village. She just wanted to see for herself, see what lurks beyond the rocks, see the thing her people both fear and adore at the same time. My skin tightens again, the needles, the constant itch. I blink. I'm sorry, you didn't tell me your name. She stands up proudly, still brandishing the arrow. I'm Illy. I came to protect my family from the monster. She is no more than 10 years of age. This is Kaisa seeing herself in the little girl, I think, a little bit. Well, Illy, sometimes running is the best thing to do. But you don't run, she says, narrowing her eyes, do you? A clever one, this girl. I shake my head. Not anymore. Then I won't either. Illy proclaims, brave as well. She has no idea what they're dealing with. None of them do. All these things her people have done to rid themselves of the creatures, they were just ringing the dinner bell. You need to tell them, Illy. You need to make them understand. No more dancing beneath the new moon, and no more animals tied to stakes. The void has no mercy to offer. It feeds or it dies. The day I came to understand this was when I knew I had a chance. Maybe that's why I survive, while so many others perish. But survival always has its price. Ever since I found my way back, I've been paying it. Look, the girl whispers, they are coming to find us. I don't have to look. I knew they would come. By instinct, the carapace draws over my face. Oh, that's her mask. Illy stares up at me. Don't be frightened, I say to her in a voice now so twisted and monstrous. It could have the opposite meaning. Oh, so does her voice change when that thing's over her face? That makes sense. Of what, she asks. I find myself wearing a smile she cannot see. Oh, that's nice. She's so used to other people finding her to be monstrous or look, to be frightening whenever she has the mask over her face or just in general. But this girl isn't scared of her, and that's awesome for Kaisa. There are only a handful of people who've ever seen me in the flesh or whatever it is now that covers my body. All but 2 of them are dead. All but 2 of them are dead. I'm assuming that's Ezreal and Talia. Those are my guesses because the Awakened cinematic has Ezreal and Kaisa, and then I believe there's another cinematic that has Talia. Maybe it's the Phoenix one, or maybe it's a different one. It's one of the yearly cinematics has Talia and Kaisa. Illy's people appear to be capable hunters. Only the capable live out here. I can see where she got her bravery. Their torches twinkle in the night. Papa, she calls out to the searching villagers without warning me. I found her, the girl who came back. Oh, okay. They're heading toward us now. That's just the title of the story. That's why I said that. They're heading toward us now, weapons at the ready, fire in their eyes. Illy, her father yells, knocking an arrow to his bow. Get away from that thing. Come on, man. She's friendly. She looks up at me again, confused. For every little girl like Illy, there are 10 others who would run the other way. Or worse, I know what most people say about me. I've seen their fear scrawled across mud walls, scratched into the canyon rocks. Beware the girl who came back a monster. Oh, man. That's got to be so hard for Kaisa. Like, to be a good person, to be a good being, and just have so many people hate you. It's hard to understand that. They don't know a thing about me. To them, I'm just something they do not want to face. A living, walking, fighting embodiment of what they fear most. I guess that's why they added the mark to my name. 10 years ago, I was only Kaisa, very much like Illy, hopeful about a future as limitless as the stars in the night sky. That future died the day the void dragged me down. She lost her childhood. So it says 10 years ago, I was only Kaisa. So this is saying Kaisa is now 20. And this is saying, 10 years ago, she lost her childhood and she had to become an adult, essentially. The needles are back. Illy releases my hand just as my luminous weapons materialize over my arms. Go to him, I tell her. Go to your father. Illy, run, her father pleads. He draws back his bowstring with trembling hands. No, she yells, turning to me. I don't run anymore. Oh. I usher her forwards, keeping my eyes trained on the villagers. No, Illy, you were born a fighter. They will need you. After a few steps, she turns back. What do I tell them? Tell them to be ready. The void has taken so much from me, but I refuse to let it take everything. These moments where kindness and humanity shine through, where innocence and trust extinguish fear, they fill me with hope that we can defeat the rivers of timeless poison that flow beneath the world. The first time I escaped the abyss, I did it for myself. Maybe one day it will be for them. This is such a cool story at the end. It's actually like heartwarming that, I don't know, it's just... I mean, you see it I've seen it in, I can't like think of a film off the top of my head, but you see this kind of thing like happen in a film. This is a really well written story, in my opinion, because it just shows how people truly behave in these kinds of situations, I guess. It's like I said at the beginning before we were reading this, it shows that people fear what they don't understand, and clearly they don't understand what Kaisa is or what she truly, what she is, just in general. And they fear it because they just don't understand. So I don't know. It was a really good story because I think it makes me feel hope at the same time and makes me feel like kind of hopeless all in the same, because it makes me like hate how humanity acts this way. And I'm talking in real life too. I'm not just talking about in this story for Kaisa. I'm talking about this is how people actually act in real life. And it sucks that people act like that. They fear things that they don't understand, and they hate things that they don't understand. But then it also fills me with hope, like that the bottom here where Kaisa in her head, I'm assuming this is just in her head, saying, you know, these moments where kindness and humanity shine through, where innocence and trust extinguish fear, where it's the little girl, right? The little girl is the one that's showing actually, you know, kindness and humanity in a good way. You know, it's that little spark of hope that I really like here in this story. So I don't know. It just hit me. It was really good story, just to show Kaisa's not a monster. She was just a little girl, just like Illy, and she still is kind of, right? Because she had to become an adult real fast when this voidling took over her body, but she still kind of is that little girl. It was only 10 years ago, right? So it's not like Kaisa's an old lady or anything. Okay, that was very good. Let's go ahead and continue on with the Kaisa reaction. We're going to be doing some trailers and then some gameplay stuff, and we'll see what we got for her. I don't know how many trailers and stuff we have, so let's check it out. Okay, so we're going to react to this again. It's the All That Will Ever Be Belveth cinematic. I've reacted to it in the Belveth reaction video I did. I think I also reacted to it in one of my part 1 through 8 League of Legends cinematics reactions. But I want to, you know, react to it again or watch it again because we just kind of, we have a little bit more of an understanding of Belveth, even though it was a little while ago. And then we have a little bit more of an understanding after reading the story and biography for Kaisa, just to understand this video maybe a little bit more. At the most, like, this is my way of knowing, like, I know more about these two characters now more than I ever did before watching it. So now I truly understand possibly what's going on in this video. Oh, dude, she looks so cool there. I don't know how she got here, though, I guess. Whoa, that was cool. It's like a boat of butterflies. Oh, the arms and the walls are freaking scary. Oh, it's eating. Oh, it's eating. Yep.
What are you? I am everything the void has consumed. And just as I devoured this city, I will devour your world.
Kai's abilities look really cool. I want to see her gameplay.
You disappoint me. I am not Samara's void spawn.
Whoa, hold on. I gotta see this again. Them like ripping the carapace over her face like off.
I am not
Oh, dude, it looks so sick.
Samara's void spawn. I am so much more. I am the
Oh, and then Belveth's face. I remember that.
whole world
This is her real form right here.
and the beginning of mine.
Oh, it's so short. Dang it. Oh, I remember. Yes. Okay. So you hear Belveth's theme. I know this is a Kaisa reaction, but I remember hearing Belveth's theme. I think it's so eerie and so good. I know she's one of the newer characters, so it's like really cool that her theme, like newer themes are really good, is basically what I'm getting at. Anyways, in this Kaisa film, or Kaisa Belveth video, I guess we can call it, yeah, we get to see a look at her shoulder pods, which are massive, actually. We don't really know how that came to be. I guess maybe it was part of the little voidling. Maybe it was like part of the voidling, and it like just became a part of her afterwards, or whenever she became an adult. Not quite sure. Oh, here we go. I mean, this is like a full good look at Kaisa in her form here. So, yeah, the shoulder pods, and then you can see how much of the carapace has taken over her body. And I guess, hold on, when she fully has the helmet on, did we see it? We might not see it. Does it also cover? Okay, yes. I was gonna say, does it also cover her upper chest area too, like all right here? Yeah, she's fully like in a voidling carapace at that point. Okay, very cool. Yeah, right here. Okay, you can get another good look. Okay, yeah, I mean this is really cool. I think this is. I'm assuming this. How old was this video? This video is 11 months ago. So this is probably the most recent thing we have of Kai'Sa. Is her and Belveth coming face to face, and maybe this is the last thing we know of for Kai'Sa lore-wise. So I wonder what's going on here. We obviously know there's this overarching void presence in the Runeterra right now, and obviously the void's always been there. It's always kind of like wanting to take over. So Kai'Sa's kind of at the forefront, I think, in the fight against the void currently. I mean, obviously there are a lot of other things going on. We got Aatrox wanting Oblivion. We got the Void wanting Oblivion. But I think Kai'Sa's at the forefront in terms of like trying to fight the Void. So she needs to recruit some friends here. I know she's got Talia. I don't think Ezreal is probably going to be wanting to fight the Void. He's just out there, raiding tombs and stuff. So I think Kai'Sa needs some help here in fighting the Void. But very interesting video. I like this. All right, everybody, let's take a look at her champion spotlight. I am interested to see how her character works in game. This will be interesting. This is about 5 years old, so I'm assuming that's when Kai'Sa came out, and she hasn't had a rework done. So,
to survive among predators, Kai'Sa became one. The daughter of the Void hunts with a symbiotic second skin, adapted from a living Void creature.
Yeah, cool.
Are you the hunter or the prey?
Well,
okay, I like her
Kai'Sa
voice.
Champion spotlight.
In game.
Look closely, and your prey will show you how to kill it.
Whoa, what was that coming out of her legs? Interesting. All right, let's see this.
Kai'Sa has two passives. The first is Caustic Wounds.
Caustic
Kai'Sa's
wounds.
basic attacks mark enemies with plasma, dealing increasing bonus damage per stack.
Oh, it's got 4
After enough
stacks?
stacks, the plasma ruptures for a burst of damage based on the target's missing health.
Cool.
Nearby allies can donate plasma by immobilizing enemies with crowd control, but cannot rupture the plasma.
Okay, so CCs will also add a stack, but they can't rupture it. Cool. What's the other
Kai'Sa's
passive?
second passive is Living Weapon. Her symbiotic skin evolves her abilities based on permanent stats gained from items and champion levels. We'll come back to these evolutions with each ability. Kai'Sa's Q is Acacian Rain, which releases a swarm of missiles evenly distributed among nearby enemies.
Looks cool.
Additional hits on the same champion or monster deal reduced damage.
Okay.
Low health minions take extra damage.
Oh, that's really cool.
If you catch an enemy up close and alone, they'll be pummeled with every shot for some unavoidable damage. Minions and
Very
other
cool.
enemies will split the salvo, so remember to isolate your prey before making it Acacian Rain. With enough bonus attack damage, Acacian Rain evolves to fire significantly more missiles, dealing more damage.
Oh, wow. That was a lot. Yeah.
Kai'Sa's W, Void Seeker, fires off a beam of void energy that damages, reveals, and applies plasma to the first enemy.
Damages, reveals, and applies
Hit.
plasma.
With enough ability power, Void Seeker evolves to deal more damage, apply additional plasma, and partially refund the cooldown on champion hit.
Wow.
Put enemies on blast with a nasty poke, or play hide and seeker with a fleeing enemy.
Wow, that's got range
Kai'Sa's
on it.
E is Supercharger. First, Kai'Sa charges up, briefly increasing her movement speed, but losing the ability to attack. After charging up, Kai'Sa whips out the big guns to increase her attack speed for a few seconds.
Okay. Wow.
Every basic attack reduces Supercharger's cooldown. Additionally, bonus attack speed will reduce the charge up time and increase the movement speed gain. With enough bonus attack speed,
Okay.
Supercharger evolves to grant invisibility during the charge up.
What?
Enemies hunting you will be in vain.
That's cool.
The first half of Supercharger can be used to create distance from a threat, and
Okay.
you can use the second half to turn and burn.
Oh, that's really cool.
Kai'Sa's ultimate is Killer Instinct.
Ooh, I like the name of that.
Kai'Sa dashes at extremely high speed to a location near an enemy champion marked with plasma, then briefly gains
Oh.
a shield.
Oh,
While Kai'Sa moves insanely fast during her ultimate, it is technically a dash. Eagle-eyed opponents can interrupt you. Unlike
Okay.
other champions from the Void with high mobility ultimates. Huh. Kai'Sa can use her ult to pick off a wandering enemy. Combo with a teammate to dive a carry hiding in the backline.
so it's essentially a glorified.
Or
It's a glorified dash that allows you to capitalize on kills.
reposition in the blink of an eye. Killer Instinct is exceptionally versatile and has a long range. but
Yeah, like, holy crap. Hold on. The range from where she just came from,
Killer Instinct
from here all the way to there?
is exceptionally versatile and has a long range. but
Yeah.
it is a huge commitment. Don't
It
be
is.
rash with it. Once
That
you're
makes
in
sense.
deep, you better be able to fight your way out.
Yeah. I see.
Kai'Sa's abilities and evolutions give her multiple ways to approach a team fight.
My skin is crawling. Time to hunt.
One method is to rely on Supercharger, pinging their front line for constant cooldown refreshment and using Killer Instinct to dodge crowd control or kite divers.
Cool.
Just make sure you don't abandon your team to 1v5. That's 10 points in Void Spotting. Alternatively, you can lurk on the outskirts, waiting for a well-aimed Void Seeker or some
True.
friendly crowd control to dive in and pop a squishy. Stay alert for opportunities to follow up on an ally's engage and land that final stack of plasma for the kill.
I like her
After all,
Acathean
chaos
Ruin
skins
ability
for Kai'Sa.
and the Void Seeker one.
You talk too much.
They seem really fun.
Thanks for watching the Kai'Sa Champion Spotlight.
Oh, yeah, we always get a little
Follow
sneak
your
peek
Killer
of the
Instinct
skins.
to dive deep and learn more about the Daughter of the Void.
Oh, they turned into jetpacks. Hold on. Okay, that one's pretty cool. What? I never thought of her shoulder pods turning into jetpack. That's pretty cool. Okay, so it's the call video that has her other cinematic of her and Talia. Okay, I need an explanation of that one actually. While it's just on the top of my head, let me talk about this real fast. So in the call cinematic, she like dives down with Rek'Sai and like goes through some void thing, doesn't she? Is that where she meets Belveth? The call was 2022, so that would line up. Interesting. Okay, anyways, continuing on. Login screen time, everybody, or theme, champion theme. This is one of my favorite parts of my reactions, in my opinion, or just reacting to characters, in my opinion. I've been a huge fan of all the music Riot does, you know, whether it's the yearly, you know, cinematics, whether it's the KDA stuff I love, it's the champion themes. Like some of the champion themes I've loved are like Camille's and Jin's and things like that. Like some of those themes are some of my favorite stuff from reacting to these characters, and I think it's a really good way to learn about the characters in a sense, right? So Kai'Sa, the Daughter of the Void login screen. This one's a little bit longer. I would say 3.5 minutes is kind of a long login screen theme length. So we'll check it out. Let's see if it's any good. Yeah, let's do it. Ooh, that dive in though. So it looks like she's in like a, let me talk about this a little bit. Looks like she's in some sort of void cavern, I guess you can say, and you see some of those chittens around, I guess. Little voidlings. Oh, this is a loud one. Let's turn it down a bit. Ooh, you hear like the noise of the voidlings around her, I think. Ooh, I like that. Is it like a guitar, basically, electric guitar we're hearing? Reminds me of some like Mega Man music almost. Oh, I didn't realize she had like these things. Okay. We're getting a little transition here. A little interlude. Ooh. What is that I'm hearing? Hold on. A little do 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 do. Yeah, you can hear it. It's very quiet though. You can hear, like, I'm pausing. You can hear, like, I don't know. I'm going to say it's like the noises the void makes. It's like a warbling noise. It's weird. I'm hearing it in both of my headphones. It's like, ooh. Oh, dude, the drum's coming in crazy now. Okay. We're in a second interlude. Oh, we're getting a little more prominent piano now. It almost sounds hopeful. Happy. Yeah. Okay, the melody we were hearing in the first interlude has been brought up a little bit higher now. Some strings. Ooh, I love some strings. Every time we hear strings in these music videos or login screens. Makes me, I should have learned the violin. I should have learned violin because I don't know. It's too late now. Well, I guess not, but strings just add so much to music, in my opinion. Okay. It's almost somber at the end. I wonder why that is. Why that becomes so like somber at the end. I think that's the end of the video here. I want to hear the end. Full end. Yeah, it just kind of drones out. It's really like you can hear like this real like loud warbling. I want to say like I'm using the word warbling because that's the only word I can think of at the beginning here for like the first 2 minutes. And then it sounds like it's still throughout the end here, but it sounds like the piano and the melody and the strings take over the warbling noise a little bit, which is kind of nice. You can still hear the warbling, but like I said, the melody comes up louder, the strings come in. The strings might have been there the whole time, I just didn't hear it, but it comes in real loud here at the end, which is nice. Anytime you put a piano and a violin together, it's magic. Truly. All right. Yeah. I just wanted to hear the end again. Awesome. Well, that's Kai'Sa's login screen. I very much enjoyed it. I don't think there's been a single login screen we haven't enjoyed. So I hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Let's continue on with the Kai'Sa reaction. All right, everybody. We also have the Wild Rift champion gameplay for Kai'Sa. So let's go ahead and check this out. I'm sure it's going to be roughly the same, but, you know, the Wild Rift videos are a little different. I am curious if any of you in the comments do actually play Wild Rift. You'll have to let me know. Right, second skin is where it gains stacks. Okay. Cathian Rain. Her missiles are really cool. I like those. It just says Void Seeker, Fire Blast, and Stack Plasma. Stack more plasma. So it does one extra, it looks like. Gain movement and attack speed. It's cool. Oh, right. That's what they were saying with the invisibility. Right. Cool. All right, and then ult, Killer Instinct, dash to enemy marked by plasma. Evolve into the ultimate weapon. She seems really fun to play, personally.
Let's see what you're made of.
Short and sweet. Oh, this KDA skin. Oh my God. I was looking over here at the videos. This KDA skin. Oh my God. That looks so good. Already saying that's going to be a top 3 skin if it's on the fandom wiki. If the skins are there, that's a really good skin. All right, folks, let's go ahead and move on. All right, we got to check out the skins here. Now, everybody, just to recap, I usually like to, you know, look at all the skins, and then I usually like to give like my top 3 skins just based on looks, because I don't know any of the background or the lore on a lot of the skins. Obviously, like the ones like KDA, I'll know the you know, a little bit of the background on, but a lot of the skins I usually don't know like any of the background or like when they came about or why they came to be, because I know some of them are like related to some of the players and things like that. But anyways, I'm gonna give you guys my top 3 KDA skins. Let's check them out. Original, we always again tend to like the original. I'm going to stick with the original in my top 3 for now, but I have a feeling that it might drop out because it looks like KDA's probably got some cool skins here. Or KDA Kai'Sa. Bullet Angel. Now, we did see this in the Champion Spotlight. It looks pretty cool. A former lieutenant in the Royal Space Military. Okay. Yeah, you know why it's really cool? Because they literally, her shoulder pods turn into freaking jetpacks. Insane. What do we have here? The KDA one. That's a really good one. Now, wait, this is a little bit different than the one that we saw in Wild Rift because I feel like the one in the Wild Rift video was from, what was the music video? The More music video, I think. This one looks like it's from Pop Stars. Yeah, this looks like it's from the Pop Stars music video. Okay, what else do we have? This is Prestige KDA. What are the Prestige versions of these skins? Like, how did the Prestige skins come about? I'm very curious about that because I actually don't know. It just says, fresh from her appearance at the annual Pop Music Awards, KDA Kai'Sa is now wearing a prestigious all-gold costume catching the eye of the entire world. Like, how do you get, like, the Prestige versions, I guess? All right, we have IG version, honoring Jackie Love's winning performance as Kai'Sa. Yeah, this is what I mean by, like, certain skins. I don't know the background behind some of them, but this actually looks really cool, the aesthetic here. I like how the pods, like, flare out and have, like, they're almost like wings, but then they also have, like, hair on them. It's kind of interesting. And then we have, what do we have next? We have the arcade one. See, the arcade ones, I have liked them because we saw them for Ezreal and we saw one for Riven. And I thought they were really good, but they're just usually not my top 3. Arcade one's good. I like it. Not top 3 though. This is it. KDA All Out. Okay. Yep. That's in the top 3 as well as KDA, this one. And then we'll go with the original so far for top 3, but these are pretty good. KDA All Out and then Prestige KDA All Out. I usually like the regular ones, so we'll go with this one. Although the gold looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, let's go with the original KDA All Out. I like it. Lagoon Dragon. Oh, I like the hair color and the hair change. Hold on, I need to get a look at it. It's short hair. Yeah, I like the short hair actually, and I actually like how the shoulder pods are like dragons. That's cool. Oh no. Okay, well, I might have to pop out one of the KDAs and put this Lagoon Dragon in. It's so good. I think I just really like the colors and the aesthetic. Okay, this is another Prestige KDA 2022. We're gonna skip that. I don't think we're good with that. The Star Guardian one. Oh yeah, I've seen her in the in one of the Star Guardian videos when we were reacting to the cinematics for that. Yeah, it's really good. It makes her look like I don't remember which sailor has pink hair. One of them does. I really like it. I don't know. It might need to go into the top 3. Hold on. Let me look at it in the actual in-game. In-game, it looks really good. I think original Kai'Sa has to come out, and I think we go Star Guardian. Hold on. Let's look at the last one. Star Guardian's in the top. The horns and Ink Shadow look really cool. Let me see it in game. Oh, dude. Ink Shadow Kai'Sa. Guys, this is so hard. All of Kai'Sa's skins are actually good. Like, they are all fire. These skins are all fire. Straight up. I have to say it. Kai'Sa original skin, it's out of the top 3. The Bullet Angel, I don't know. It might be out of the top 3 as well. Dude, this Ink Shadow, hold on. I think I like the aesthetic just because the red and black looks so cool. And then the horns, like, come on, right? And the fact that it's like, she's clearly using like ink. There's ink in the aesthetic here. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, top 3. Top 3, here we go. Here we go. Let me get a good look at the KDA one. No, I think I like KDA All Out still. Okay, because I love the music video for more. So we're going to do that. Lagoon Dragon. You're in a weird spot for me, skin-wise. You're really good, but I think we're going to go Star Guardian and Ink Shadow. Although Lagoon Dragon, I mean all of them, guys. I would own all of the Kai'Sa skins. If I played Kai'Sa and if I played League of Legends and like she was my main, 100% owning all these skins and just switching them out from time to time. They look so good. Yeah, Ink Shadow looks good. Let me get a look at the KDA All Out in game. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Wait, hold on. Let me look at the other KDA, actually. Oh, I think... darn, they don't have it. Yeah, that's going to be at my top 3. I say KDA All Out, Star Guardian. I think Star Guardian's really cute. And then, of course, Ink Shadow. Really awesome. You guys let me know what your top 3 Kai'Sa skins are, or whatever your favorite Kai'Sa skin is. Let me know in the comments. For sure. At the bottom, there's a little bit of trivia here from time to time. Yeah, we got her name resembles Finnish Kai'Sa, which is derived from pre-Greek Icaturin. I don't know what that means. Her name's current form follows the ancient Shuriman naming convention for Voidborns. Okay. Her accent is Afrikaner. Okay. She's the first champion to receive Chroma variants upon release. She uses a frog in one of her animations along with Bewitching Morgana, Darkstar Thresh, and her dance references the side-to-side body wave. And then her in-game, Kai'Sa can toggle her helmet on and off. Oh, that's very cool. I like that you can turn her helmet on and off. I'd probably have it off most of the time. Like in most like games and RPGs, you can usually toggle the helmets on or off, and I usually have them off so you can actually like see your character, right? In those kinds of games. Why does she have a frog though? It says in one of her animations. Interesting. Let's go ahead and move on to the fandom for her character and lore. Let's do that. All right, so we're on the character lore page for Kai'Sa. Now, a lot of this stuff, I skimmed it before we started recording, but a lot of this right here was just repeat from the story and biography part of our reaction so far, and the early life stuff, again, all repeat from the biography page for her character. So we're just going to go down here to the appearance and abilities and all the relationship stuff, okay? So let's see. So appearance, it says Kai'Sa is a slender, pale-skinned woman with long, dark brown hair. Her robes are composed of a void symbiote with a distinct palette of gray, dark gray, purple, and bronze. The most distinctive ornaments of her attire are some purple marks on her face. Right. She does have that. So abilities, void symbiote. When Kai'Sa was stuck in a cave connected to the void, Kai'Sa was attached to a void symbiote. The symbiote grants Kai'Sa many different powers. Okay, organic armor. The symbiote's carapace provides a powerful defense against the harmful effects of the void on living humans, allowing Kai'Sa to pass through dangerous territories across Runeterra. Okay, so she has that special ability. And then void energy projection. Kai'Sa can project void energy in the form of missiles to decimate her foes. And then enhanced senses. When wearing her helmet, Kai'Sa has enhanced senses like seeing in different light spectrums. Okay, so she has, other than like it actually protecting her, I assume that's why she would like put the helmet on, is it's more protection. But yeah, she also has like an enhanced sense when she does that. Okay, so relationships. This is where we get to the more interesting stuff. I like to know like why they have these relationships with other characters and things like that. So let's see. Malzahar. I forget our lore on Malzahar, but let's see what it says here. Kai'Sa unwittingly released the sacrificial goats meant for Malzahar's cultists into a void-linked canyon as a prank to a transiting desert nomad, causing an earthquake that devastated her village. Okay, so swallowing and killing all inhabitants except herself, who survived thanks to the symbiote suit and learning the Voidborn's methods of predation. That's all we get from Malzahar? Okay. Kassadin. Kassadin lived in the same village as Kai'Sa before the village was engulfed by the void. The event killed Kassadin's wife and child, causing Kassadin to go on his quest for revenge against the void. While it has been confirmed, a prevailing theory among players is that Kai'Sa is Kassadin's daughter. While their relationship in the main universe has not been formally confirmed, has been implied through voice lines, and in the music skins and Star Guardian universe, Kassadin is KDA Kai'Sa's father. Okay, I was about to say, when we started reading this paragraph, I've been told by some of you in comments, I've been told, I think mostly just from you guys in comments, that Kassadin, or maybe from like reading another, some other wiki or something like that. But yeah, so Kassadin, right now, it's not fully confirmed. It's not formally confirmed. It says in the main universe that Kassadin is her father. But he was in the same village and was engulfed by the void himself. And then it says he's also wanting revenge. So that's interesting. It says in Pinwheel, Belveth reveals that Kai'Sa's father was the only other person to survive the void. So there's a lot of clues. Lots and lots of clues, like saying Kassadin is. What is in Pinwheel? I don't know what the Pinwheel thing is. Okay, Ezreal. Kai'Sa saved Ezreal when he was attacked by void creatures. Ezreal later helped her fight them. Yep, that's pretty much what happens in the Awaken cinematic. Okay, Talia. It says Kai'Sa encountered Talia and her group on their journey to find Shallan, a mystical paradise, and Sai Khalik. I'm sorry if I'm butchering some of these names, but they fought some void creatures together, including some of Rek'Sai's Xer'sai. Talia would then part way with the others and join Kai'Sa in going there. Okay, so Talia joined her. Okay. And then Belveth. Belveth is an enemy of Kai'Sa, naturally feeling animosity toward the Empress. Kai'Sa was shocked when Belveth revealed she and her motives were more than a simple Voidborns, talking about how she would be her salvation and even making a pragmatic deal to spare humanity so she would defeat the Watchers. Right. So we did react to Belveth. Go watch that if you haven't already. But yes, we know kind of like Belveth's ultimate goal is really like to defeat the Watchers and stuff like that. So interesting. I'm wondering where this storyline is going to go, because I know that's kind of where Kai'Sa's story is kind of left off with her and Belveth and that whole cinematic. It seemed like it was a pretty big deal, in my opinion, that was just like a standalone cinematic. I mean, it was more for Belveth, but it was also like pretty big deal, I feel like, in terms of like the Runeterra story and overarching stuff. Okay, let's scroll down. Is there anything else down here? Yes. So we have some trivia. She is around 20 years old. Yeah, we got that from, I think, the story. She was 10 years when she fell into the Void Tunnel and has stayed there for about 10 years. Kai'Sa is 5'6" in height, like her KDA counterpart. Her Star Guardian counterpart is 5'11". Whoa. Okay. Her Bullet Angel counterpart is between 5'5" and 5'8". That's very interesting that people know the height of the different skins. How is that? Okay. I could see how the KDA one, people would obsess about it and figure out what her actual height is. Star Guardian too, I suppose, but how do you guys figure out these heights? Kai'Sa is her given name. Kai'Sa is her adopted Void name. Her symbiote can sustain her through void spawns they kill by absorbing their essence, but that isn't really pleasing to her. After the earthquake she unwittingly caused, she scavenged leftover food from castaway sources in the catacombs, water skins, rotting fruit, etc. Now that she can get out from the underground, she likes eating what she can find around Shurima, preferably peaches. But the suit has to feed too, and she is somewhat fearful of what it might do if she doesn't continue to hunt and sustain it. Oh, I did not know any of this. Hold on. So she's currently not feeding the suit. She's just eating peaches. Due to her symbiote, Kai'Sa is stronger than normal humans while gaining abilities like blasting destructive energy, especially when wearing her helmet, like empowered senses, like a special vision that is either thermoreception or X-ray vision. So we don't truly know what the senses are from her helmet. People on this wiki are kind of just like, up above it said like a different light spectrum. Yeah, so I guess it's not really confirmed. Where do we learn about this? It might be in one of the other stories, huh? Despite common belief, Kai'Sa was never trapped in the void itself, rather willingly stayed within a complex underground tunnel system between the massive void rift that caused the earthquake of her lore and the surface of the Sai Desert, sculpted through years by the spawns that breached the rift. So I'm assuming this is when she jumps down into the tunnel with like the Xerxai creatures. I thought it was actually Rek'Sai herself, but okay, interesting. The lines that decorate her face are tribal marks made out of voidborn blood. Unlike other beings exposed to the void's influence, Kai'Sa was able to avoid its seething madness thanks to her suit's helmet, which allows her to safely remain within the vicinity of void rifts. It has been theorized that the creature whose part would later become her second skin belonged to the same species as Kha'Zix. Okay, interesting. I know Kha'Zix from Teamfight Tactics. That's about it. One of her quotes to him is, "I know your tricks." And then, and then both the symbiote and Kha'Zix evolve to become stronger. Both have the potential to become invisible and shoot more projectiles than after certain evolutions. Okay, so that's why it seems like Kha'Zix and her are like pretty much like the skin or suit that she has on is like comes from the same thing as Kha'Zix, because the abilities seem to be kind of the same. And then her saying I know your tricks, which we will get to the voice lines next. Okay. That's it for Kai'Sa, guys. I know, I guess I was going to say, I know she's a little bit of a newer character, but generally not so. I guess she's unique in the sense that she's one of the there's not many Void characters, right? There are, but she's one that's like merged Void and human, and that's not common. We might say Kassadin possibly is, but I don't know anything about Kassadin, and I don't want to get ahead of myself. But it sounds like Kassadin was possibly her father. You know, he's human first, but now he's something else entirely. But yeah, the Fandom Wiki, another plethora of knowledge on these characters. I really enjoy going to the fandom because you guys told me early on in these reactions that I should start checking out the Fandom Wiki, because there are some things on here that we don't get in like the story and biography, and that just culminates together from you guys and putting it into the wiki. All right, guys, I think we have just a few things left in the reaction, so let's go ahead and check them out. All right, let's go ahead and check out some of the Kai'Sa interactions in Legends of Runeterra. It's only about 4 minutes long. It says it's also Star Guardian ones. It's a little short, but...
Kai'Sa, does that suit come off?
No.
Oh, okay, Evelyn.
I'm always ready to play.
Focus, Evelyn. Not on me.
Oh, wow, her accent. Yeah, I was going to say, we haven't really heard Kai'Sa's voice. We heard it a tiny bit in the Champion gameplay, but...
Need your help, Eve. We're outnumbered.
Eve.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Hive Herald, it says the daughter returned. I wish there was like subtitles for this. I wonder if I put the CC on. No, it says the doctor returned. That's not gonna work. Okay.
What is this? How do you know? What are you? Speak to me. Tell me what you're doing.
Words are needed. Okay, let's turn it on. Yeah, watch.
Friend or foe? Answer me!
Friend, I'm here to help.
Belvethi Elder.
Late. You can't stop them.
No, but I can help save my people.
Novel way to fight. I'll give you that.
Void Blaster.
Hey, if you can't beat them, shoot them with their own crap.
Now hold on. It looks like these cards. It looks like there's people like. Sorry for the voice squeak there. It looks like they're using some of the void stuff as like armor and weapons and stuff. That's pretty crazy.
Blood, but I ain't saying no to help. I'm
They're
gonna
fighting
do what
back.
I can, but you need to run.
Oh, that's cool.
Better
okay.
learn to run, Rek'Sai.
Oh,
The Xersai have done enough here.
like Xersai.
You just get uglier every day.
Dang. Okay, Kaisa. Go home.
I never turn on my people. Creech.
Creech?
Enough! I'm taking you down.
I am not precious? What does that mean? Like the ring?
I can stop you. I must be able to.
Kaisa something. What is it? I want to hear that again. Void. I think it's saying void.
Hit and move. Come on! I am the hunter.
Is there attack
Back
declares?
in your hole. I've got eyes. They've breached. Are you the hunter or the prey? Father, you've got to fight.
Father, you've got to fight. Now, why is she saying that?
Pick yourself up. We'll learn and we'll overcome. Losing is okay.
Because remember, we assumed from the story in the biography that just everybody in her village died, including her father. But right, we read the fandom wiki that like it's not formally confirmed, but Cassidy is probably her dad.
Giving up isn't.
Losing
We
is
have
okay,
something
giving
the
up
Void
isn't.
will never understand. Me. Their
Well,
every
okay.
move just makes me stronger.
Oh,
I know
interesting.
what they are. I know how to destroy them.
This is her leveling
You
up.
wouldn't last a day in the Void. I'm learning. Adapting my methods. Adding to the arsenal. It suits a quick study.
Spell resolve, ally evolve. So those are all her evolutions, I see.
Ha! I'll show you how to fight. Gotta hit them hard.
That's really cool that like when you use some of her actual abilities, like the cards themselves, that she'll do like an actual voice line. I didn't realize that. I actually need to get back to Legends of Runeterra. I played it when I think it first launched, and I haven't played it
Can't
since.
hide. Hurts, doesn't it?
I used to play a lot of
Here
Hearthstone.
is where we make our stand. I can almost taste it. The Void. There's still time. There has to be. I can
There
feel
has
it.
to be time
They're
still.
afraid. They know what's coming. They can't stop me. We don't have time for this. Move.
I'm gonna be curious
The
who
Void
she has
doesn't wait.
interactions with
Neither should we.
in the
They'll
actual
keep
game.
retreating, and we'll keep pushing. So long, Void. See you next time.
So long, Void.
A
See you
small
next
victory
time.
is a victory all the same. Good work.
Oh, Star Guardian version. Okay.
I'm
I will say, so let's just to recap like kind of her basic ones there. They were we only had the interactions with Evelyn, which were kind of good. It was more Evelyn interacting with Kaisa. But yeah, I would say it's obviously like pretty one note. Like her main goal and the only thing she really probably thinks about is destroying the Void, right? So we got a lot of those lines and whatnot. All right, let's see what the Star Guardian one is though.
Stronger than the dark. This is my destiny. Star Guardian here.
I don't know the full
Got
Star
some
Guardian
starlight for
lore,
you.
and I
With
probably need
light,
to
Shadow.
at some point.
I'm not afraid. I am one with the first star. Only I can burn the darkness away. Star Guardians, don't back down. Starlight transformation.
Starlight
I know
transformation.
how to use it. I know what it can do. I'm not afraid of change. Starlight Seeker.
Oh, I'm glad we put we put the Star Guardian skin in our top 3 when we looked at them. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
Heavenly Rain. The first star wouldn't blaze so brightly without the dark. The starlight isn't a gift.
I think she fits really well with the Star
The
Guardians.
first star gave me
Like
a
her
new
look and
destiny.
everything.
That should keep us safe. For now. One step closer to a safer universe. Time to burn you away. Can't hide from the light.
War cry. Is that it? All right, that's all we get. I really like the music choice here with the end. I don't know if it's related to her Star Guardian character or not. Okay, that was pretty simple stuff for her Legends of Runeterra interactions. Again, you guys told me to start looking at these, and I'm glad I did. We do get a little bit more stuff with the characters and things like that. So this video, I think, is about 2 years old, so I think Kai'Sa's been in the game for quite a bit. You know, I know Legends of Runeterra is continually just adding in characters from time to time, and not everybody's in it just yet, because obviously they got to create the card for the character and make sure the game stays balanced and everything, so they couldn't just plop everybody in. So it totally makes sense. Anyways, the Hive Herald, I don't know if we just know like this void creature here, if it's just like kind of like a general or like a captain of the void armies or something. That's going to be my assumption with this Hive Herald here. The Rek'Sai interactions, we did kind of have those, just a couple, basically just saying there's Xer'sai, there's too many, and you know, you guys got to go, essentially. We don't know Rek'Sai's story. I don't know Rek'Sai's story. I don't know what the Xer'sai and everything are. So I don't know everything about Rek'Sai, so I won't really dive into that. We do have an Evelyn reaction. Obviously, I know a lot about Evelyn. I mean, all you need to do is watch the villain music video, and that even teaches you about Evelyn, right? So very cool interactions here. Let's go ahead and do the League of Legends interactions and voice lines, though, for her. All right, everybody, and of course, here we go. We have the Kai'Sa special interactions uploaded by Skin Spotlights. Let's see what we got. The enemy had Kassadin when first time. Oh, this is going to be... Oh, okay. We don't need subtitles here. Let's turn that off.
Memories of my father come at the strangest moments.
Okay. First spawn with enemy Kassadin. I mean, can we say this is formally confirming Kassadin's her father? I feel like that kind of does, right?
Reunions can be so bittersweet.
Come on, right? Come on. Like, I mean,
Could it be true?
It's pretty obvious.
Smells like home here.
Okay. I know the fandom says it's not formally confirmed, but these voice lines are unreal.
Father?
Oh, come on.
Have we met?
I want him to
Seem
respond.
familiar. Something is off here.
Oh, we're getting a lot of Kassadin.
Don't be long.
Okay.
We're stronger together.
Let's turn it up. Kai'Sa's a little quiet.
Don't worry. I will fight alone. I've done it before.
She does seem like she's alone most of the time.
Has been slain.
What the? What was that?
Stand our ground while you're away.
Attacking the
You
Baron?
don't belong here. Back in your hole.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A lamp's not gonna do it, Jax.
Jax? I don't know anything about Jax at all.
I guess I'm next, Jax.
I will say that. I guess I'm next, Jax. You guys will have to let me know.
Down, sister.
We know Jinx.
You want crazy?
Well, we know Arcane Jinx. We don't know
You talk too much.
League of Legends Jinx. I assume it's roughly the same.
I know your tricks.
You talk too much. That's true. Oh, this is where the reference from the fandom wiki was about Kha'Zix and her, like, carapace being kind of roughly from the same species of Void because she knows, like, his
Don't test me.
abilities and stuff. Okay.
You will leave this place. What
Kog'Maw?
are you?
Yeah, I don't know what he is.
Not on my
Or
watch,
she.
glutton.
Glutton.
Vile creature.
He's kind of cute.
Looking for me?
Malzahar.
Let's set the story straight.
We briefly know about him, but not
Pull
much.
those guns.
Ha, she's got the shoulder pods. Yeah, let's look at the size of her shoulder pods versus those guns. I mean, the guns are still pretty big, but yeah.
You're outgunned.
She shoots missiles.
Step back, Red.
Red?
This is my home.
Void creature. Okay.
You must be lost, creature.
I mean, obviously it's Rek'Sai.
Not here, friend. Die, trespasser. I am not afraid anymore.
You know what kind of lines she has? She has like the typical hero lines, I guess. You know what I mean? Like whenever you think of a hero versus villain story, I don't know, any hero versus villain story, she clearly has like those very heroic lines and whatnot
Go
for her
back,
character.
Voidling.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the paladin
This is
quotes, I
my
guess you could
home,
almost say.
Voidsworn. This is not the void.
It's true.
You will die here, creature. Come on, come
Do
on.
like the accent though.
I forgive you, Malzahar.
I
But I
forgive
do
you,
not forget.
but I do not forget. I don't fully understand
You're
it.
now dead, Prophet. That is the truth that will be told. Goodbye, Malzahar. Now I will tell this tale.
Okay.
They're hiding.
Missing ping.
Don't be fooled. It's a trap. Be ready.
It's a trap.
They're
Evolve
in
Q.
trouble now.
So this is her evolution. Okay,
They have
evolving
nowhere to hide now.
or her evolving her certain abilities. Right.
Yes. Quickness kills.
Multi-kill.
This is why they need me. Will they now see? I can do this. For you. For us.
For you, for us.
Let them come to us.
Do we know of any other character? So I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Like, do we know any other character currently in lore that is also trying to defeat
Vision
the
can
void?
recall the difference.
Like making it their ultimate objective? Is there anybody else?
They will come.
I mean, I feel like
We'll be
not
ready.
everybody actually even knows about the void, right? Some of our characters definitely don't. Eat honey fruit?
Sometimes you have to stop and taste the fruit.
Well, okay, there was a little bit in her wiki about her eating fruit, like
Not
peaches specifically.
But they'll do.
Exactly. But there is also the lore about how she's not feeding the suit specifically,
Ooh, how I miss these.
and how she's a little afraid about like not feeding it eventually.
What a pleasant surprise.
Something like that. I didn't know you could do this in game.
Sometimes you have to stop and taste the
Obviously, it heals you.
honey fruit.
Sometimes you have to stop and taste the honey fruit. I love it. Oh, I love the zoom in on whatever that is. Delicious. Get healed by support. Okay.
All better now. Ah, that works. Thanks for that. I won't forget this.
I didn't know Rakan was a healer or a support.
I'll take it. I needed that.
We haven't reacted to Rakan or Zaya.
That is just
yet.
what I needed.
That'll happen eventually.
Ah, that's much better.
Okay. Get
Yes,
shielded by support.
teamwork.
She's definitely about teamwork, even though she works
Nice
alone a
work.
lot. But like the cinematic with her and
Thanks.
Talia and the call, definitely a lot of teamwork in that
All
video.
right.
And I guess the one with her and Ezreal a little bit. Like Ezreal is the one that kind of comes and
That
helps
was
her,
close.
but
We're stronger together.
yeah.
You are awesome.
You are awesome. That's a good line.
Thanks. Nice reflexes.
Cool.
Whoa, nice.
Man, she's got a lot for getting shielded by support.
Lockwood just crawled from underneath.
Ah, perfect line for
The
her.
void's reach is long.
Kill with W. Okay.
Too late to run. Only I can escape the void. You
I don't
can't
even think you're
outrun
escaping the void yourself there, Kaisa.
Coward. I'll take that. They were so close. Almost made it.
Okay, now she's just taunting. These are taunts.
Clumsy girl.
Missing with your W. Oh, wow.
Close doesn't count.
Yeah.
Do better next time, Kaiser.
Yeah, come on.
That was pointless.
That doesn't make the actual player feel good when you miss with that, though.
They got lucky.
Okay, that one does, I guess.
Damn
How
it.
hard is it to hit
Damn
with
it.
this? I'm assuming it kind of is, just because of the fact that they made a lot of voice lines for missing with it.
Damn it.
I would
Take
assume
your
it's
time,
not the
Kaiser.
easiest to use, maybe.
Gotcha.
Hit W.
Yes. Marked by the void.
Mm-hmm. Why do they call it
Found you.
plasma? I don't know that.
You're all mine. Tag.
Tag. That might be the best one yet. I hate to say it. Mm-hmm is also pretty
Too
good.
slow.
Tag and
Perfect. I am good. I knew it.
I knew it. I like that too.
That was easy. Running is only half a plan.
When she's trying to be a little funny, I
That'll
like
leave
it.
a mark. Prepare for what's next. Walked into that one. Nice.
Dude, they gave her so many for her W ability.
Prey mark.
Insane.
I see you.
I see you.
Revealed. Got one. They never saw it coming. They'll think twice next time. They can't get away.
Man, she has like about
can run,
40
but they
lines
can't
for hitting
hide.
W. Insane.
Yes.
Okay, kill
That's
any
one.
enemy. Okay.
2 down. That's 3.
Okay.
And 4.
In succession, that's pretty cool.
That's 5.
Oh, that's cool. That it
Yes.
counts
6.
up like that. Oh, wow. It keeps going.
7.
What?
8 kills.
Does she just keep going until she dies?
9 lives taken.
Like if you get 9 kills without
10
dying?
down.
Okay.
11.
How far does this number
That's a
go?
dozen for me.
I'm curious.
13. Unlucky for them.
Unlucky for them.
14. 15. and counting. 16.
This number can't go all the way.
And 17.
To like 100?
18. Uh-huh.
Oh.
19.
Okay.
20. Yeah.
20's got to be it.
21.
I'm wrong?
22.
I'm wrong?
That's a lot.
Is that going to be the next 3 minutes of the video?
23.
23 is a good number.
24.
Okay, we're going to keep
I
going.
can't even.
Can't even?
25.
There's no
Come at
way.
me.
What is this?
I'm done counting.
Okay. It said yes finally in parentheses. I saw that. So 25. That's a pretty good number.
The void has breached this place.
Okay. First spawn with enemy void creature. Oh, that's cool.
First wave is upon us.
Oh, that's really cool. See, I like that, like, Riot does this attention to detail stuff with having, like, certain enemy, you know, like a character on the other side of the battlefield, you know, like your character just having some sort of interaction with that. I think that's just so, I don't know. It's just really creative and
These
you know,
creatures
attention to
seek the
detail.
living. Even here,
That kind of stuff I like.
that smell.
That smell.
Unmistakable.
Okay, so confirmed the void smells like something. We don't know,
The void.
but it smells like something.
Yes, we did it.
Yes, we did it.
That's just the start.
She almost feels like she wasn't sure.
That sent a message.
Was this just
In the
respawning?
void, I had no one. I was a doomed outsider.
Mm-hmm.
Here, people are everywhere. And they are all mine.
They're all mine. I guess, I mean, I feel like she's almost seemed like an outsider as well here, though, based on, like, the story we read. Because people see her as, like, some monster, right? That's interesting, though.
Some call me monster.
Yeah.
They have no idea what lurks just below us all.
Right. It's almost like, yeah, like, you can see her as a monster, but there's literally monsters below your feet, people.
The void is not so much a place. It is a power reaching out to consume all life.
Interesting. Now we have the whole Belveth stuff, too.
The void spawn offer 1,000 ways to die. And one way to live. Become like them.
Okay.
The things we carry should lift us up, not weigh us down. Memories, love, and hope are the lightest necessities.
Wow. Okay. This one came out of nowhere, I feel like. The things we carry should lift us up, not weigh us down. Good quote right there. And then she says, memories, love, and hope are the lightest necessities. So, yeah. This came out of nowhere, but this is probably one of her best quotes so far, I would say. It's really thoughtful.
The yoke of fear is a heavy burden. Hunters must be nimble and walk lightly.
The yoke of fear.
I grew up deep inside a vast emptiness. I do not wish to grow old in one. That
Nice.
is why we must fight.
Yeah. She's determined. She's got ambition
Here is
for
where
sure.
we make our stand.
First
Do
move.
as I say. It's the only way if we want to live.
Okay.
This suit lives on me. It calls me home. We
Yeah.
survive together.
Interesting.
You know that feeling when your skin crawls?
Yeah.
1,000 needles poking through every pore,
Is that what she
Blood
feels all the time?
pounding through every vein? That's just an itch compared to what lives on me.
Oh, wow.
The first time I returned from the void, it was to save me. Now it's to save them.
I like that.
Stay with me, and we live.
Stay with me if you want to live.
When memories fade and
Did
darkness
she just Arnold us? Wait a minute. Did she just Arnold?
surrounds you, find the strength inside.
Wait. Let's hear that one again. When memories fade and darkness surrounds you,
Find the strength inside.
find strength within yourself. Okay.
My appearance may frighten you, but make no mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I am on your side, and we fight to the bitter end.
I love that one too. I think we heard that somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, that was her quote on her biography page.
Nice.
All right, let's go ahead and just recap it here. So, not many interactions with her character, and we kind of knew that. I would assume, though, I'm a little surprised there isn't. I guess these interactions are pretty old. This video is also, let's see, 5 years old. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. So, let me know this. I have a question about this. So, yes, this video was uploaded 5 years ago. I imagine Riot is continually adding in more voice lines for some of the characters. I have no idea. But like, for example, in The Call, which I think came out in either 2018, I want to say 2018. And then we have the Warriors video. They have all, like, Kai'Sa's in both of those. And she has interactions with Ezreal, and she has an interaction with Talia in The Call. So I'd assume that there would have been some interactions here in the game, but there actually wasn't. But obviously, maybe that's because this was 5 years ago. Obviously, the Ezreal thing is more recent. That was only like 3 years ago. But I guess maybe they're doing that with Legends of Runeterra. But even with the Legends of Runeterra reactions, we didn't get any of those reactions with her and Talia, or her and Ezreal. I just assumed there would be some stuff there. I know, again, they have 160 plus characters that they got to take care of. They can't have these voice actors just come in anytime either, I imagine. Yeah, I guess I expected her to have a little bit more interactions. And even with some of the void creatures, I guess she had some generic ones with the void creatures here. There was the Kog'Maw, and who else? It was Kha'Zix. I thought she would have some other void creatures that she would have specific things for, but I guess not. I did enjoy the Kassadin interactions, of course. I don't know. I know we can say it's not formally confirming Kassadin as her father, but come on. Like, if it says father, ? Only when there's an enemy Kassadin, you can say that's formally confirming that Kassadin is some form of the father. Maybe the fandom hasn't been updated. I know it's been commented in previous videos of mine that Kassadin is her father. So I assume the majority of the League of Legends fans and things like that all is, agree that Kassadin is the father. So I guess Kassadin is kind of one of my next steps in terms of one of my reactions, because I don't know anything about Kassadin. I was also told on the Ezreal video that he has the other gauntlet. I know it was mentioned with Ezreal and Kassadin. There was some mention when I was reading about Ezreal that he has Kassadin has like some other gauntlet. So I'll have to learn about that and how her father also becomes like some sort of void thing. He looks more void than he does human. I mean, obviously so does Kai'Sa, but she obviously still has like her human element, like her brain and everything is still very much human. So it's just her skin is void, right? But I don't know if Kassadin is a little bit different in that sense, if he's like fully void and the human part of him is just very, very little. And then what else? We got a lot of we got kills, misses, and hits with the W ability. So many lines. I mean, it was probably like 50 lines with the W. And then, like I said earlier, I felt like a lot of her lines were just like the paladin type heroic lines that you would hear in a typical, I don't know, just like a movie or like a typical like fantasy realm or like a Dungeons and Dragons type thing. She had a lot of those, like, let's go into battle, let's team up, let's work together kind of like lines, you know what I mean? Which is good and all. And I think it fits her character because her goal right now is really just to destroy the void. Like, the void destroyed her life and her family and her village and everything, and she has no other priorities right now, right? nothing. Like, the only thing is to probably also figure out what the heck is going on with the skin carapace that she has all over her body. Eventually, I think this and future lore might become a problem for her. I don't think, like, especially if if the void ends up getting destroyed in the future, or like something with Belveth in the future, right? I don't know if this void stuff on her, like, if the void gets destroyed, her carapace might completely like fall off and not be a part of her anymore, right? Or she might just perish as well, because it might consider her to be part of the void. I mean, I don't know if the void's ever going to be, you know, killed off in Runeterra or anything. I feel like it's going to be a threat for a long time. Obviously, there's been a little bit more of a threat with Belveth coming around. As of the last, you know, I think she came around like 11 months ago, so she's very new. I guess I'm just always interested to see where Riot goes with these characters in future lore. You know, the Kai'Sa stuff was pretty recent, which is good. I like that they did something recently with Kai'Sa. It's awesome that they're still doing something with characters that, you know, probably didn't have something for a few years there, and they're still, you know, adding more stuff for her story. Kai'Sa's story seems like one of the more important, sort of, in terms of like the overarching story of the Void and Runeterra, just like recently what we did with, like, I guess Yasuo and Ezreal and some of those reactions. I would say like their stories aren't like overarching, like super important in terms of like the world of Runeterra and like what its stakes are. They're good characters and they're great characters, but Kai'Sa seems like she's pretty important overall for the world of Runeterra, because she seems like she's one of the only ones fighting the Void currently at this time. So she needs to recruit some people. I don't know who that would be. Talia, Ezreal, maybe. I could see that being a cool team up. And then maybe, you know, Talia knows Yasuo. She's friends with Yasuo and things like that. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. I enjoyed Kai'Sa. She's a really cool character. I like her. I like her character. I like her abilities. I really like her abilities. I like the shoulder pots. I really enjoyed the skins. She's also a part of KDA, which is awesome. We love KDA here. Unfortunately, I've reacted to all those music videos already. I watched them like a long time ago when they first came out, so I can't like really fully react to those again. But yeah, she's in KDA as well, so she's a really cool character, and I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And of course, leave a comment if you have anything you want to say, or just any suggestions, or who I should react to next. Any of that stuff, I'd appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel so you can see more of my reactions in the future. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.